India and Pakistan are on the brink. The only question is, of what? A full-scale war? A limited military standoff? Or something else? Things are very tense in the region. Everyone is bracing for India's military response. Meanwhile, Pakistan is stoking the fire. They're provoking India at the line of control, the de facto border between India and Pakistan. On paper, there is a ceasefire along the LOC, but Pakistan is constantly violating it. India has reported dozens of firing incidents from the other side. They started around Thursday night. That's when India suspended the Indus Waters Treaty. And since then, since Thursday night, Pakistan has been firing every night, 4 nights of unprovoked firing. And how is India responding? Reports say swiftly and effectively. Plus, no casualties have been reported on the Indian side. New Delhi is not just responding at the LOC, it is also preparing the big guns. The Indian Navy carried out drills over the weekend. They fired long-range anti-ship weapons. Take a look at this. These drills are all about readiness. If fighting breaks out, your war machine has to be ready. It has to be well-oiled and prepared. Same for the political leadership. Yesterday, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh met the Chief of Defence Staff. Today, he met Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Their meeting lasted around 40 minutes. And what did they discuss? Reports say the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir, what sort of operations are ongoing and what arrangements are being made. They discussed all of this. Of course, the top priority will be hunting down the attackers. There were 4 terrorists in Pahalgam, out of which 2 were Pakistani. The other 2 were Pakistan-backed. Indian security forces are tracking them down. It's a joint operation by 3 Indian agencies, the Indian Army, the Central Armed Police Forces, or CAPF, and the Jammu and Kashmir Corps. Officials have called it a cat-and-mouse game. These terrorists are using the forest cover to move around. They only emerge for food and supplies, and that's when they get spotted. Reports say the forces have located the terrorists 4 times. First near a village called Hapatnar, then near the forests of Kulgam, then near Tral Ridge, and finally in Kokarnag. On one occasion, the forces came very close. Apparently, they also exchanged fire, but eventually the terrorists got away. The army is hoping to corner them inside the forests, but this is a very tough terrain. You've got thick jungles, steep hills, and deserted meadows. Even if you spot them, the job is not done. Nonetheless, Indian officials are confident. They believe it's only a matter of time, that the terrorists will eventually make a mistake in the days ahead. And what happens after that? The first order of business is delivering justice. Prime Minister Modi promised that last week, in no uncertain terms. The victims' families will also be hoping for that. It would be a key step towards closure. Secondly, we could get crucial evidence from the attackers, like what sort of weapons were they carrying, what documents did they possess, and who plotted this deadly attack. Well, we already know the answer. It is Pakistan. But if we get more evidence, it would silence the doubters. It would destroy Pakistan's case publicly. And that sums up the military updates from Kashmir. Beyond that, the region is slowly trying to heal. Today, the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly convened. It passed a resolution condemning last week's attack. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah said he does not have the words for an apology.
ये जानते हुए कि जम्मू कश्मीर की सिक्योरिटी, जम्मू कश्मीर की सुरक्षा, जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों की चुनी हुई हुकूमत की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, लेकिन तब भी यहाँ के वजीर आला की हैसियत से, यहाँ की टूरिज्म के मिनिस्टर की हैसियत से मैंने इन लोगों को दावत दी थी यहाँ आने की। मेजबान होते हुए मेरी जिम्मेदारी थी कि सही सलामत मैं इन्हें यहां से वापस भेजूं। नहीं भेज पाया। और माफी मांगने के अल्फाज नहीं थे।
What's surprising and heartening is this. Some tourists have started arriving in Kashmir. In fact, even in Pahalgam, tourists are coming to Pahalgam. We're not talking about hundreds of or thousands of travelers, of course. We're talking about a few dozen. But it's not the numbers that matter. What matters is